From the Todd Ware Center on the campus of Lakeland College, WSCS presents coverage of Lakeland College men's and women's basketball action. Today's game between the Falcons of Concordia College and the Muskies of Lakeland is brought to you by your local Piggly Wiggly supermarkets and also by Quashis Equipment Rentals. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to TV8 Sports. I'm Al Roberts, and joining me for today's doubleheader action once again is Jeff Thorne. And Jeff, first off, we have the men taking to the floor, and Concordia coming in a little inconsistent this year.
Well, Concordia is coming in missing some of the main pieces that they had in the last couple of years that have made them such a strong team within conference. They come in now with a 5-5 record in conference, only 7-13 overall. I think probably the biggest thing that they're lacking is a little bit of the height and a little bit of muscle that they used to have in the last couple of years. So Lakeland within this one should outsize, outweigh, and pretty much outpoint Concordia this time around.
Okay, it should be interesting. When was the last time everybody in basketball land got to see two guys from Latvia going at it?
Well, two guys. Let's try for three here. Martins
Okay.
Bondars, Dimons Koplaps will be on one team, and then Martis Bodlaviskis, let's get the L and the V together, will be on the floor from Concordia. And these guys like the competition amongst themselves. We've had a chance to see them the last couple of years as they played, and they take the floor, their friends off the floor, but there's no love lost on the floor. They're going to go at each other and go at each other strong.
Okay, we'll take a break, and when we come back, Jeff will have Coach Brian Miller, and they'll go more in depth on today's first game right after this.
Welcome back to the Todd Ware Center. Pre-game continues. Brian Miller joining us right now. Brian, Concordia comes in this year with a lot of names that are familiar in the last couple of years, but this team is missing something that they've had. What is that?
Well, they've had a lot of injuries. They've missed 18 starts among starters due to injury. Troy Siebold, the starter, is not here today because of a death in the family. And so Coach Delmakowicz has really been saddled with the injuries, which is a shame because they have just about as many seniors as we do, and they were looking forward to a good year. And, so you can kind of feel for them a little bit, but not enough to let them have a chance in the game, though.
Okay. You got a game here today, but Wednesday is really the game that's going to be the big one. How are you going to keep their minds on today's game?
Well, it's senior day. It's the last regular season home game. All year we've been focused on one day at a time. Last year I think the guys got guilty of looking ahead a little bit, and this group's not doing that. They know that anybody can beat us on a given day if we're not taking care of business. So we'll be focused on the job, and come 3 o'clock they can start thinking about Wisconsin Lutheran if they want.
Okay, tell us a little bit about what we should expect offensively and defensively from you.
Well, defensively, we're just going to play the good, solid man-to-man. Their strength is in their post play. If we're getting early fouls, that means we're not playing good defense. If we're getting a lot of situations where they throw it in the post and we have to double down, then we're not doing what we want to be doing. On offense, as long as we take care of the ball and move the ball around, we'll be okay.
All right, good luck to you, Coach.
Thanks.
We'll talk to you after the game.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to be back with the opening tip-off as well as the starting lineups right after these.
And welcome back to Lakeland College as they are introducing the seniors, as today is senior day, as Coach Miller alluded to in the open with Jeff. So seniors getting recognition here before we get into the starting lineups. And now we're going to have the playing of the national anthem. I guess that's the way you sing it, Jeff.
No, that's not the way I sing it. I sing it, I empty the building out. Let's run down those seniors that they were honoring before the game. Their last home game here. Martins Bondars, T.J. Tennyson, Brad Koshin, Pat Baxter, John Hayes, Matt Janish, and Imans Kotlaps, all paying their last ones. And I know I had to do that since you were still doing starters there.
Things moving along rather briskly today as the starting lineups being announced now.
Oh, I thought the promotional day was give a back rub to the announcer day.
We're getting visits from all kinds of people today. There's number 24, T.J. Tennyson for Lakeland College. And for Concordia, number 14 is Keenan Bush. Number 12, you saw a good shot of Scott Erdman earlier on. And for Lakeland College, the other guard is number 25, Brad Koshin. And for Concordia, number 24 is Jason.
We have
34.
34, you go.
Jason Toth, okay.
I thought they were throwing the three big curve at us that time.
That's what the little pause on my part was. Number 40 is Anthony Ricks. He's a 6'2" sophomore for the Falcons. And for Lakeland, 6'3" senior. Number 33 is Pat Baxter. He gets the starting nod today. And rounding out the starting five for Concordia, the big guy from Latvia, Martis Bodulaviskis. And, of course, rounding out the starting five for Lakeland will be big number 52 is Imants Kotlaps.
Dale, if you had a chance to see it, but Imants and Martis at the center court, giving each other a nice warm greeting, smile, wave. That'll be the last.
Probably the last smile. Yep. Well, we were talking before we went on the air, and Jeff was mentioning how 2 years ago, Imants just got 8-0 against Bodulaviskis.
Bodulaviskis really had his way against him in one of their first meetings, and he was able to get the ball away from the basket and drive past Kotlaps pretty easily, and they really used that to his advantage. He had over 20 points in that game. Next time around, Kotlaps stepped out and started pushing a body on him, and Bodulaviskis stayed away from the basket and really was too tired to do much of anything that day.
Oh, the tip is in the air, and Lakeland is on offense first as we get this one underway. It's doubleheader day. Jeff Thorne and Al Roberts with you. The girls will take the court after the guys finish. Down low to Kotlaps. An easy two for Imants.
Imants, the all-time leader in field goal percentage shooting. And when you get them that close, you can do that.
And
of course, this Lakeland team as a whole, just shooting the lights out of it. When you're making almost half of your shots, you're putting an awful lot of pressure on the other team's offense to come up and try to match you.
Loose ball battle for, pulled away by the Falcons. As on the rebound, number 40, Anthony Ricks. Shot off the glass, no good, and Bondars with the rebound. Quickly up the floor to TJ. And Baxter for three from the corner off the rim, and Imants will get called for the push-off, going for the loose ball.
A long rebound coming out, but Imants still pushing on Bodulaviskis.
So quickly, Imants gets a bucket and a foul to his credit in the first 55 seconds. Bringing the ball up, Keenan Bush for the Falcons. There's Scott Erdman. Down low to Bodulaviskis, nothing there as Imants on the defense. Bodulaviskis drives, overlays, loose ball, trying to save it, and he does as Ricks has it. Erdman passes up the shot. And the Falcons start again. And we're going to get a double dribble, a traveling call. That time as Tennyson sticking his hands, causing havoc there.
Good inside and outside defense. Koshin on the ball handler, forcing him to try to pass. He thought he had a man behind him, but Tennyson was jumping in between, playing good face-up defense on the guy without the ball.
Early on, 2-0 lead for the Muskies. Lakeland patiently making sure that they get a good shot as they did on the first trip down. Baxter dishes off to TJ over the Emats for the easy two.
Great unselfish play right there. Tennyson had the open shot, didn't exactly handle the ball cleanly as it came to him, so he just calmly distributes it across the lane to Kotlaps.
34 is Jason Toth. He's their big scorer for the Falcons.
So guess who's on him? Oh, watch this one. Tennyson is right face up on Toth. Toth goes 6'2". Tennyson all of almost 6 foot.
Shot for three from the top, way off the mark. And it'll belong to Lakeland. So defensively, the Muskies out of the gate, performing very well. 4-0 early on here. Koshin brings it across. Down low to Kotlaps on the low post. Turnaround, no good. Rebound, Bo Leviscus. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Toth on the rebound. Toth on the drive, lays it up and in. That time he got by TJ.
Got by, and then he got help from Bo Leviscus on the baseline, screening off.
So it's 4-2 here. Lakeland leads. Again, Kotlaps gets the ball down low. He kicks it back out. Shot for three by Bondars. No. Rebounded Concordia. On the boards that time, Anthony Ricks for the Falcons.
Bondar is one of the better three-point shooters on this team as in percentage. So they got the shot that they know that they can hit. Just came up a little shy on it.
And Martin's not afraid to take that shot out there. Shot passed up, Erdman. Toth over Kotlaps, and he gets it. So just like that, it's a 4-4 tie. Keenan Bush applying the pressure to Koshin here in the backcourt. Brad over to Martins. Bondars will drive the baseline, now dish it off, trying to get it to Koshin on the other side of the lane, but knocked out of bounds.
Bet it'll go off of Koshin and got a piece of his hands on the way out.
Concordia with a chance to take the lead here. Falcons come in 5-5 in the conference and just 7-13 overall, so looking to go above 500 in the LMC. Toth guarded by TJ. Bush. Shot for three from outside, around the rim, no good. Rebounded Ricks. Ricks puts it back up, can't get it. Rebounded Bondars. Baxter pulls up at the free throw line. Koshin with the in-between dribble. Bondars is open for the three. Got it! Oh. Bondars!
Little extra height on that one to get it that little extra distance.
Looked like he was going to pass it up at first, but no one got on him, so he took it. Toth from the corner. In. 7-6.
Did a nice job of getting himself through traffic and leaving TJ in that traffic.
14:50 to go. Koshin on the drive, takes it in and draws the foul. And we'll get our first substitutions of the day. Coming in 51 will be Matt Janish and Jason Goodrich. Number 3 for Lakeland as Emats takes a seat, as does Pat Baxter.
Now Jason usually a starter, but as senior day, he put a senior group out on the floor.
22 coming in, a familiar face, Chad Wissey for Concordia.
Can you believe he's already a senior?
Yeah, we were talking about that before we went on. Time flies, Jeff, when you're having fun, right?
I'm just seeming like it's flying. Not exactly having fun all the
not,
time,
right.
but hey, suddenly you look down at some of these rosters that you get, and kids that you remember seeing in grade or high school are suddenly graduating college.
Sure. On the miss, the Falcons come back. Well, we see that in game 2 when the girls take the floor. Hard to believe that Steph Spranger already a senior also. Of course, I can remember when I was coaching out at Kohler and how she showed our players how to play, I guess you could say.
Gave him more of a coaching than you ever could have been?
Sure. 7-6, a chance for the Falcons to go ahead here. Both teams not in any hurry as far as offensively. They keep it looking for the shot underneath, but that time from the elbow shot, no good, and rebounded by Koshin. Goodrich open for 3. No. Rebound knocked away, and Toth comes away with it.
Toth really got away with a hammer job on Bondar's. Bondar's in position on him.
13:30 to go in the first half here. Keenan Bush. Erdman passes up the shot, now drives the baseline, left-hander, no. Gets his own rebound, he's stuck in no man's land underneath the bucket. The ball is called timeout on the floor, so it'll be timeout. We'll take timeout. 13:13 to go in the first half, 7-6 Muskies. And back we are at Lakeland College, first of 2. So lots of basketball action coming your way here today on TV8 Sports. Falcons inbounding. Scott Erdman. Out to Bush. Bush being guarded there by Jesse Edwards into the ball game, number 34 for Lakeland.
There's a real heads-up play going out at the break there. It was Wissey and Toth that were both, or I should say Erdman, that were down in the lane, caught up in traffic there. You're either going to get a 3-second call or you call a timeout, and that's exactly what they did. Heads up. Keep the ball in your possession. 4 seconds now.
Erdman's going to take the shot from way outside, and he can't get it off.
And he wasn't going so far when he did get it off. What he did get off didn't go far either.
No. Didn't even get out of his hands. Jason with it, now he traveled with the basketball. Yep.
Had a little skip when he caught the ball and skipped again when he went to take off.
So we're stuck on 7-6 here.
Well, I'll tell you what, time of possession actually comes into play here. Concordia is winning it early on. Their offense is running through every option a couple of times on the way down. They are handling the ball for a lot of the clock.
TJ guarding Toth. There's the lob down the Bush, off the glass and in. So the Falcons go ahead at 8-7.
That's just a good pass. You don't get that pass right where it needs to go, that's going to be trouble.
Down low to Janish, can't get it. Rebounded, and the Falcons come away with it. Ball is on the floor. TJ diving for it and still loose, and Erdman comes away with it. Chad Wissey on the drive in the paint, gets it stolen away by TJ from behind.
Somehow you knew he was going to get back into the mix there. He was on the floor with the ball once. It got taken away from him. He doesn't give up that easy.
Shot for 3, good by Pat Baxter.
Baxter, 47% three-point shooter. 1 of 2 on the game so far tonight.
10-8, Lakeland leads it by 2.
Excuse me, this afternoon.
Shot by Toth for 3 from the top, no good, and rebounded as Jesse Edwards cleaning the glass that time. Jesse got way up there for that rebound. Goodrich takes the shot.
Offense kind of standing around there.
Baxter will drive the baseline. I'll leave it for Jason in the corner, and 3-second call.
There is the possibility of being faked out by your own teammates, and I think everybody thought Baxter was putting that one up, especially Janish.
So Janish will have a rest, as does TJ. Back into the game, Emotz. So Jesse Edwards, Pat Baxter, Emotz, Kotlops, and Jason Goodrich, along with Martins Bondars, the 5 on the floor for the Muskies.
And on the floor for Concordia is Jason Dakenbrigg. This guy looks like he walked off the offensive line.
Yeah, he got a little size to him.
Suddenly there's another one as big as Emotz on the floor. You only list him at 6'6", but he's got a body on him.
He's a wide load. Shot clock down to 3. They get it off in time, rebounded, and he grabs the rebound off the bench. Does Dankenbring. So the Falcons back on offense, and even 10 to go in the half. And it's a 10-8 ball game here. Muskies lead it by 2. Wissy with it down low. He's trapped. Dankenbring gets it. And we're all knotted at 10 apiece. Baxter fakes the shot, now drives. Pulls up at the free throw line. Shot is short.
Good defense got back on him, and now Baxter going to get
Gets
one
the
for
reach.
Reaching around.
Well, 9:23 to go in the first half. Timeout on the floor. We're all knotted at 10. Shot of the crowd today. Today is, what do they call that, youth basketball day? A lot of kids in the crowd today.
Yep. Also, some prospective recruits on campus, both for basketball, and I saw Coach Randy Ori from the football team running around in a suit and tie. I thought, you must have recruits on campus, and he said, yep.
We had to take a double take at that. That's the story. 9:23 remaining in the first half, and knotted at 10. The Falcons with possession. Into the game, number 20, Mark Honer. Honer takes the shot from outside and nails the 3. So just as quickly as he gets in the scoring column.
Maynard out of West Bend, we knew he could do that. He was a shooter down there. Surprised you hadn't heard more from him in all these.
Kotlops turn around from the baseline, no good. Rebounded Wissy. Also in the game for the Falcons, number 10 is Michael Hicks. Shot by Toth. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded Jesse Edwards. The Muskies push the floor quickly. Bounce pass, trying to get it to Jason Goodrich on the break, but stolen away by Toth. Concordia with a chance to go up by as many as 5 here, but they throw it away. Edwards on the steal. Bounce pass to Baxter, lays it up and in.
Great little look away there by Edwards. Took the defense right with him as he got to the lane. That left the whole side open for Baxter.
So it's a 13-12 Falcon lead. Hicks has it out on top. Now Erdman with it. Erdman's going to drive, I should say Wissy drives the paint, but dishes off to Toth and draws the foul. So Jason Toth, the 6'2 senior out of Menominee Falls, to the line for Concordia. Toth ranks 3rd in the conference in scoring at just over 17 a game. .7:59 remaining in the first half as things kind of off to a rather slow start, I guess, at 13-12, make it 14-12. The Falcons with a 2-point edge.
Well, the slow start is the fact that both offenses are taking a lot of time setting up their shots, especially Concordia's.
Yeah, they've 3 times now. They've had the shot clock down to just 3 seconds before they put up a shot, and Emont's working, gets the easy 2 down low.
Easy 2.
Shot
had to get himself through a big crowd.
Shot from outside is good, 17-14.
Here's Hayner again, another 3-pointer from him.
So he's 2 for 2, both from outside. Emonts is free down low again, little turnaround and puts it in.
What a nice little move on Dakenbrigg that time, and left him standing on the left side as he put it in on the right.
Emonts posting up and fronting Dakenbrigg on the other end easily that time. The Falcons lead it by 1. Shot from outside off the back of the rim. TJ with the rebound. Bondars. Goodrich again down low. Emont's turn around off the glass and in. Emont's having his way right now in the paint. And timeout is called. Lakeland back out on front. 18-17, back after this. Well, it's a 1-point Lakeland lead, and Jeff tallied Emont's point total during the break. And what's he got?
Well, it took me all of 30 seconds, but Emont's has got 10.
So he's off to a good start here as he's pretty much having his way down low.
Last time these two teams met was back on December 9th, and that game Lakeland won, but they won by a score of 69-56. So you can tell already that even in that game, Concordia was using a lot of time. Both offenses probably using a lot of time. So don't look for this one to be too high scoring.
It's a game of both teams playing rather good defense right now. Concordia with it. Pull-up shot, no good, and the only one underneath the boards is Martins Bondars. Should say there were 3 Muskies there as Kotlatz and Koshin also standing in the paint. Goodrich out on the wing. Now drives the baseline and gonna get a charge on Jason Goodrich.
Wow. There were hands all over Jason Goodrich, and the official waited for the contact to go until Goodrich came down and then called it going the other way.
Bringing the ball across is Michael Hicks for Concordia. Bo Veliscus back in the game for the Falcons. Erdman. Shot way off the mark as the ball battled for and knocked out of bounds, and Lakeland will have it. Coming back in for the Falcons, Keenan Bush. And Hicks will have another seat for Concordia. Lakeland up by 1 here, 18-17, 5:25 to go here in the first half. Trying to get it down low, but Bo Veliscus knocks that one away.
Good defense getting around, getting that arm out. Pass coming in, didn't have much on it.
Shot for 3 from outside off the rim. Battle for him. Bo Veliscus has it. Keenan Bush will drive. Leave it for Bo Veliscus. Gets it knocked away, but retrieves the loose ball. And they'll set up the offense again. Bush that time trying to make something happen on the penetration, but Muskies defended it well. Toth tries to spin move against TJ, offensive foul, and a good job of defense by Tennyson.
Great job. TJ anticipated that he was going to have to come back because the screen was fought through on the other side. Defense was standing up on the other side. Toth tried to spin back around this way, and Tennyson already standing there waiting for him.
Had the pleasure of talking to TJ's mom before we went on the air. Nice
She was over here for a while.
Yep. 18-17, still a score. Koshin with it. Koshin guarded by Bush. TJ looking for Emont splashing through the lane, but nothing there. Bondars for three. No. Rebounded Bush as he skies for the rebound. Bush was looking for the fast break that time, and Hayner kind of passed it up. Oh, TJ knocks it away. Hayner shot from outside, off the rim, no good. Kotlops on the board. That ball sounded flat when TJ hit it.
Got him right in the wrist area, and bounced right back out to Hayner.
Tennyson got the three.
Just when you think that he can't hurt you anymore on the defensive end, he walks down to the offensive end. Not a big shooter. Doesn't really look to shoot an awful lot.
And we're going to get a foul away from the basketball.
It's going to be on Hayner in the middle. Tried to set a pick on Tennyson coming across.
So on the foul, TJ will inbound for the Muskies. Lakeland 9-1 in conference play going into today. Oh, drive, no. Koshin couldn't get the roll. Bush has it. He drives the lane, off, no. Block. Bondars quickly the other way. Here come the Muskies. Martins fakes the shot. Baxter passes the three, now they get it to the wing. Emont's taking his time getting down the floor. Bondars off the rim, no good. And TJ comes away with it. And we're going to get a blocking foul.
Call Ricks on that one. You're right. Emont's got about...
He looks a little winded, Jeff.
Yeah, he got about halfway across half court and stopped.
Bondar's shot from down low is a little short, and Concordia comes away with it.
Still don't think he's gotten his wind. He's
I
having
don't
a
think
tough
so
time
either.
getting up and down the floor.
Yeah, he is. 21-17, Lakeland out in front by 4. This might be the ideal time to go at Emonts if you're Concordia.
Yeah.
Toth on the baseline, a little pull-up jumper, no. Rebounded Concordia, back up, and a whistle and a foul. As on the offensive boards, Anthony Ricks doing the job for the Falcons. Bondars gets the foul.
At the line, number 40, Anthony Ricks.
Concordia still stuck on 17 here as we're down to the 20. I was going to say the 22
minute 50, yeah.
2:25 to go in the half. And he missed them both. Bondars gets the board.
Rebound, Bondars.
Koshin against Bush.
Oh, the offense.
Oh, just
standing
staggering.
around
Yeah,
it.
not a lot of movement. Baxter gets the three from the top of the key, and nobody underneath the boards for the Muskies.
We're going to start getting some fresh
Fresh
bodies
legs,
in
yep.
there, yep.
They just look real lethargic through the Muskies at this point. Down low to Bode Veliscus, but nothing there. Toth will take the jumper from the free throw line and hit it. 21-19, Lakeland leads by 2.
First points for Toth in a while. They put up 7 early and then had gone quiet.
And again, not a lot of energy on the offensive end for the Muskies. Bondar's out on the wing. Doing a good job of keeping the lane clear now, talking about the Falcons. Bondars gets the lob pass. I should say Kotlops with the lob pass, and a whistle stops the action.
Number 50,
Bode Veliscus gets the foul. His second of the day. So Lakeland will inbound underneath their own bucket. Bondars has a seat. Baxter with it, down low, the lob to Kotlops, and he just let that one go off his fingertips.
Well, he was tied up with Bo Leviscus down there and couldn't free himself up. He had kind of was putting the weight back and forth, and when the ball came in, he had the weight back, not forth.
Ball knocked away. I'm with you.
You may be the only one. That's,
Ricks down low, and Kotlop's on the defense. Shot from outside by Wissy off the rim, no good. Battle for Bush has the rebound, can't get the roll. Rebounded Ricks, the third time is in for the Falcons. Shot clock is off as we are down to 22 seconds to go in the half, and we're tied at 21. I got to believe Coach Miller not exactly happy with what seems to be a shutdown as far as energy on the offensive side of Lakeland. There we had 4 guys on the 4 corners of the free throw line that time.
They're going to grab a 20-second timeout here. There's going to be 6 seconds left when they get the ball back in. And Miller wants a timeout to get them in sync as to what to do. It's been really, I mean, they just
last 4 or
moving.
5 times down the floor. There's
moving.
been no offensive movement whatsoever on the part of the Muskies. In contrast, when Concordia has come down, they've taken their time shooting the ball, but they've showed movement in offense. So 6 seconds, and we're knotted at 21 here in the first half. The first of 2 stay put because the girls will be following the guys' action here on TV8. So the Muskies to inbound. They get it to Baxter, but Ricks is going to get called for the push from behind. Not what you want to do if you're Concordia. With just 6 seconds remaining in the half.
Both teams 6 team fouls, and what has it been lately? All of a sudden, nobody's fouling in the games that we're doing here.
1 tick did run off the clock. Oh, Baxter open for the 3, in and out. Rebounded, TJ knocked away out of bounds, and with 1 second to go, it'll belong to Lakeland. So the Muskies going to try and wing one here. TJ shot, he didn't get it off, and that's the half. Our score at halftime, Lakeland 21, Concordia 21. And back we are at Lakeland College as we are getting set for half number 2 in the first half. It ended up with a 21-21 tie, and you got all the scores and everything?
No, we got the scores and we got the ugliness of this whole thing. Leading the way for Lakeland with 10 points is Imans Kotlops. He's the only one in double figures so far in the game. Next to him was Pat Baxter, a 3 and a 2 to give him 5, and then 3-pointers from TJ Tennyson and Martins Bondars round out the scoring for Lakeland. For Concordia, they were led by Jason Toth with 9 points. Following him with 2 threes was Mark Hayner, coming in at 6, and then 2 points each for Jason Dinkenbrigg, Anthony Ricks, and Keaton Bush. For the first half, Lakeland shot 41%, Concordia shot only 31%, but got off 7 more shots than Lakeland, and the biggest difference is on the rebounding, especially the offensive boards. Concordia leads in the rebounding 21-11, and they have an edge in the offensive rebounding 9-1.
Wow. That pretty well tells the story, and that is why this thing is knotted at 21-21. Going back to Emotz, you mentioned, Jeff, he had 10 points in the first half, and those 10 came, if I'm not mistaken, in the first 12 minutes of the first half.
I think he got 2 in the last half of the of the half, and really the last 5 minutes he was pretty much laboring up and down the floor,
yeah, he was.
As was the whole offense. So really, I think it's a combination between the Concordia offense taking so much time off the clock and getting them out of sync, and Lakeland kind of looking a little sluggish here.
And the first shot of the second half is no good, but again, Ricks on the offensive board, and we get a whistle. And they're going to say shot clock violation as, again, Concordia using all of the shot clock and couldn't get the shot off.
Well, I think he missed a call there. Somebody got a shot up. It looked like
Yeah.
Keenan got a shot up, and it hit the rim. And the rebound came off that side. The outside official called it. I don't think he had exactly the right view of it.
Shot from outside, no good, but Kotlops trying to get the rebound, but he goes over the back and gets the foul instead.
Tate was inside, or I should say Ricks was inside. And the rebounding position, Kotlops tried to get up over the top. And again, Lakeland just kind of sluggishly going along here. Somebody's got to give them a wake-up call, let them know that if they don't win this one, Wednesday becomes do or die.
Down low to Ricks, and he gets the 2, and they go ahead by 2. The starting 5 for the Falcons back on the floor to start this second half in Bodveliscus and Erdman and Bush, along with Ricks and Toth. For Lakeland, we have Jason Goodrich, TJ, Ematz, Koshin, and Bondars. Ematz down low, gets it knocked away, and Bush comes out of there with it.
Ematz, for some odd reason, decided to turn back inside on that one when he had the baseline wide open.
So the Muskies find themselves trailing as Concordia kind of, that time Bodveliscus wasn't really looking, and they almost threw it away.
Well, that's exactly how this game is going. The ball went out in the open court for 2 bounces, and 9 people stood there and watched it.
Exactly, Jeff.
And the 10th guy was the one who everybody looked at to go get it. There is really just no...
Shot from outside by Bush, no good, but again, Ricks on the offensive board. Toth from outside, can't get it. Rebounded Goodrich.
And it's spread throughout both teams here. I mean, both teams look like they're flat-footed and sluggish right now.
And it's really funny because with the big crowd that we have here attending today's game, it kind of lulls the crowd also. A shot by Goodrich is good, so they tie it up at 23.
First points for Jason Goodrich, another one who's averaging in double figures for this team.
Both teams with a bucket here in the second half. Shot no good. Kotlops couldn't get the rebound, but Koshin does. Now quickly TJ. TJ on the drive gets it knocked away out of bounds, and Lakeland will have it.
Of course, now if we get a couple of foul calls, maybe that would slow. We could get things back on the road here. I mean, Toth bodies up on Tennyson and gets no call on it. Hey, this one could turn out into a wrestling match pretty soon.
Muskie swinging around to the corner for Jason Goodrich. Shot no good. Rebounded. Erdman comes away with the loose ball. And the Falcons with a chance to go back on top. Erdman against Jason on the wing. Now they swing him to the top and down low. Bodveliscus puts the ball on the floor and he gives it to Ricks up and in.
No, he made a big mistake of putting it on the floor. He got double teamed, but then somehow got it through the crowd, got the ball back, and found Ricks underneath.
Pull-up jumper on the baseline by Jason Goodrich is good. We're tied at 25.
The idea that Jason Goodrich is just about as fed up with the pace as anybody else. He wants to do something about it. He wants the pace picked up.
25-25. Bodveliscus back out. Now Erdman takes the 3 off the rim. TJ's got it. Here comes Goodrich and the Muskies. Jason with it. They swing it around. Down low to Kotlops, who's open, and he gets the 2.
That was an absolute dart thrown in there by Koshin. Man, he let that one fly into Kotlops. Bodveliscus went right on by. Ematz had no chance but to catch that.
Ball movement that time by the Muskies, a little on the crisper side. And Koshin almost got the steal. Erdman with it against Goodrich. Toth. And they get it down low to Ricks, but they kick it back out. Shot for 3 is good as Keenan Bush nails the tray.
Little inside-out game that time, and
The Falcons go up by 1 with it. 28-27. Again, Kotlop's down low. Kicks it back out to Goodrich. He fakes the shot. He drives. Leads for Koshin. Top of the key. No. Rebounded Ricks.
Goodrich was wide open on the baseline three-pointer out there. Decided to pass it up.
Toth. Little turnaround jump shot is good, and it's a 3-point. Falcon lead at 30-27. .14:30 to go, and a whistle and a timeout. Coach Miller wants time. We'll step out. It's 30-27, Concordia.
Music.
14:29 remains in this one. It's a 30-27 Concordia lead. Concordia coming into today's action 5-5 in the conference, 7-13 overall. Meanwhile, Lakeland in first place at 9-1 and 14-6 overall, as they are tied with Wisconsin Lutheran. Find themselves trailing by 3 here. And they've game is down to 14:29 to go, and sometimes what happens is next thing you know, you look up and there's only a few minutes left. Kotlop's open down low, gets fouled by Ricks, so he'll get 2.
Well, it should be the 3rd on Ricks also. Yeah, you're right. A game suddenly can start slipping away from you, something that you think you're going to be able to kick into gear just about any time. And suddenly you start seeing minutes slip away. And you never do get that run.
Emont's on the miss.
It's
30-28. 14-15 to go. Bodvliskus way out on top. Oh, Ricks is down low in the paint. A little turnaround, but dishes it back out. Shot for 3 by Bush around the rim, and Kotlop's with the rebound. Koshin pushes the floor, dishes off to Goodrich. Goodrich pulls it back out. Oh, Bondar's wide open, and he missed the jam. Wissy with it for the Falcons. Martin's that time 2 open, I think.
You get to look at that one and you go, uh-oh.
Yep.
The sudden bad feeling creeps in.
What should have been a tie game could result here in a 4-point lead for the Falcons. A shot clock again down to 5 seconds. Wissy with it, drives against Goodrich, puts up the shot, can't get the roll. Loose ball battle for, and the Falcons come away with it. And that time Kotlop's couldn't grab it.
And now suddenly the defense has got to start working again.
Baseline shot by Toth, no good, and TJ comes out of there with it. Tennyson pushes the floor, pass to Koshin, up and in. And the Muskies tie it up at 30. Bodvliskus. Trying to get the ball to Ricks, and they do down low, as he kind of just leisurely walked across the lane that time and found himself open. And Concordia back up by 2. Goodrich takes the 3 off the rim, and Ricks on the rebound. TJ going for the steal against Toth, but nothing there, and almost snuck up behind. They get it back into Bush's hands. Waiting to come in is Janish and Baxter for Lakeland on the next dead ball. Down low to Bodvliskus. And
Bondar's blocked.
But here comes Koshin and the Muskies. Koshin dishes to Goodrich, and he traveled with the basketball before he passed. Time it looked like Brad wasn't real sure if he wanted to take it in or not.
He knew what he wanted to do, but Bush wasn't coming towards him quick enough, so he tried to make that one little extra move, and he dragged the foot, and that did cause a travel.
Bondars and Kotlofs get a breather. 32-30 here with 11:45 remaining in the ball game. First of two as the women come your way after this one, as it's doubleheader basketball day on TV8 Sports. Today's basketball action on TV brought to you by your local Piggly Wiggly supermarkets and also Swashus Equipment. Again, the shot clock down to 4 before and that time they weren't even going to get the shot off had Denkenbring nailed that pass in anyway.
Well, the pace that Concordia has put up on offense has pretty much got Lakeland going the same way, and now a steal.
And a steal by Keenan Bush, and the whistle and a foul goes against Koshin, trying to defend down on the other end.
All game long, Concordia has sent Keenan Bush down to just give pressure on Koshin. Kind of somewhat nonchalant, sometimes a little bit heavier pressure than others. And it's just paid off right there as he's able to get one steal and now get at least one free throw out of it.
Keenan makes his first one. Ups the lead to 3 at 33-30 in favor of Concordia and make it 34-30. So it's a 4-point lead now for the Falcons. Jesse Edwards back into the ball game for Lakeland, as is Pat Baxter. Janish also getting back into the action. Goodrich with it against Toth. TJ looking for something down low, now back out. And ball, Janish comes away with the loose ball, puts up the shot, but a whistle and a foul. And that's going to go against Denkenbring.
Also number 54, Jason Denkenbring, leads first.
And we mentioned Jason takes up a lot of room underneath there. Bondar's back into the ball game for the Muskies, giving Koshin a breather. Janish converts 2 of them. 34-32 at 10:35 to go in the ball game.
Well, I would say Lakeland is really going to have to put on some kind of a move here in the next 5 minutes.
And there's the steal by the Muskies. Edwards pushes the floor, bounce past to TJ. Blocked from behind, but a whistle and a foul.
You get down to the 5-minute mark, and we're still in a 2-point game, and suddenly this one's going to be nail-biting all the way down, because that's what Concordia is hoping for. They get it down to the 5-minute mark, and they can put their starters back on the floor rested, and you got yourself a nip and tuck game to the end.
And no team has had more than a 4-point lead. And right now it's a 1-point game as the Falcons lead it by 1. They get pressure from Lakeland in the backcourt. Break it easy. Shot for 3 from outside. In and out, no good. Rebounded Wissy, and he gets it knocked away. Loose ball, and Lakeland has it. Here comes Jesse Edwards pushing the floor. Fakes the pass, up and in, and Lakeland goes ahead.
I think it's kind of scary to think just like Brian Miller, but he put the pressure on just like that. And they didn't get a steal, but they got the offense, the defense pushed up, and suddenly Concordia took a quick shot, and Lakeland's able to come back away with the miss.
And on the lay-in, that brings the crowd to life here, along with the bench, as the Lakeland bench on its feet. And TJ knocks it away, hustling for the loose ball. Bondars has it. Oh, they throw it away. Keenan Bush lays it in, and after a great play, the Muskies throw it away.
Wasn't looking where he was throwing it. Keenan Bush stayed back on Edwards and got the steal.
With the lay-in, Bush puts his club back out on top at 36-35.
Just like that, the air went out of the crowd, too.
Yep. Things were starting to look up as TJ passes up the shot. Now drives, leaves for Janish. Janish against Dankenbring, fakes the shot, up and in. Matt Janish for 2.
Good strong move by Janish. Got a good step inside and laid that one up with authority.
37-36 as we seesaw back and forth here. This time Lakeland out in front. Toth against TJ. Honer with it. Shot clock down to 5 again. Honer will take the 3. Got it. Oh. So they run the shot clock all the way down to 5, take the 3 and hit it. Janish kicks it back out. Bondar's looking for Janish, nothing there. Now Matt has it down low.
Got it.
Oh, count the basket and a foul by Dankenbring. So Matt Janish goes to the line, try to convert the 3-point play. Dankenbring with 3 fouls sits down, and Bo Vliskas comes back in for the Falcons. Bo Vliskas saunters into the game. And so Matt Janish doing the job converting the 3-point play.
Hey, Janish has got himself 7 points here, and all of them coming here in the second half.
So the Muskies back out on top at 40-39. Lob pass down low to Bo Vliskas. Lakeland knocks it away, and Jesse Edwards comes out of there with it. Ball on the floor, and Bondars picks it up. Bondars pulls up the 3. Shot! Oh! Good by Bondars.
Leaning in, and I think he had a better shot at kicking that across the court.
Thought he was going to. Concordia wants timeout. It's 43-39. A 4-point lead for Lakeland. Back after this. 7:29 remains in this one, and a little bit of a spark now. Lakeland being shown as they are out to a 4-point, 43-39 lead.
Yep. Concordia having to take the timeout there. They don't want to see this one continue on that pace. And Coach Pete Graham out on the floor. He wanted a foul call down on this end, on the far end, I should say, on the last play. And I tell you what, he's both got an argument and he's got no argument, because this game has been played in scrums every so often, and that was just another one. It happened to be down in front of their bench down there. There was contact and everything else, but it's been contact that hasn't been called throughout the game.
They're letting them play. Toth on the inbounds, and again, Lakeland comes out of the timeout with the backcourt pressure. Wissy has it for the Falcons.
That's another good example. Goodrich just about pushed the Concordia player, I believe it was Toth, out of bounds.
And Lakeland knocks it away, and it'll belong to the Falcons. Toth will inbound underneath his bucket. There you see Brian Miller. And they get it out to Wissy. Big possession here for the Falcons as they trail by 4. And again, they work the clock. Skip pass over to Wissy. Wissy now takes the shot. Back out to Toth. Toth with the baseline shot, a whistle and a foul that time. And it's too bad because Concordia found themselves with looking at taking a bad shot there, but they get the whistle.
6 seconds on the clock. It was going to be Toth taking a little running one-hander. Bondar's got a hand in and got him.
So Martins gets his second foul of the day. An even 7 to go in this one, and Concordia throws it away.
Uncontested.
Wow. Well,
straight up mental mistake right there.
Yes, sir. So when they needed a bucket, they come away empty, and Lakeland with a chance to take the biggest lead of the ball game right here. Jason Goodrich on the drive. Oh, Janish comes away with the loose ball, but he traveled with it on the fake.
Jason Goodrich got himself in a position he shouldn't have. Got it on the baseline, got pinned there, up in the air. Just threw it back in. It almost paid off. Janish got it, but didn't handle it cleanly coming across, and he travels.
So neither team scoring on their possession, and I should say Concordia with it. Toth against Goodrich. Pulls up the shot. Oh. Way off the mark, but a whistle again.
Okay, there was contact there, but what took so long with that whistle?
Yeah. It was almost, the ball was already in someone's hand before the whistle blew. Emat's off the bench, back into the game for the Muskies as Janish will come back out.
Janish, a great job while he was in there for that period. 7 points. Kind of gave a little bit of a spark there to Lakeland.
Just when they needed one, too. Toth on the rare miss from the free throw line for him.
He's only one of 3 so far, so this game has even affected Jason Toth in his shooting. That's just his 3rd point here in the second half.
And it's a 43-40 lead now for Lakeland. Edwards, oh, Goodrich open for 3, off the mark, loose ball. Wissy with it for the Falcons. Quickly over to Bush. Bush pulls up and can't get the roll. Tip in, no. Rebounded. Bondar's on the glass.
We got a 3-on-1.
Baxter fakes the shot up and in. Lakeland leads it by 5 at 45-40.
Do you believe Concordia will go back and go into their half-court offense? They tried that running just that little bit. Couldn't get anything to drop on their end, and they lose 2 points on the whole exchange.
Bounce pass down the Ricks. Defense by Ematz is there. And they caused the turnover. And it'll belong to Lakeland. Coming back in is going to be Koshin and TJ. Bondars will get a breather as Jesse Edwards. Nope, Bondars will stay in and Jesse and Baxter will sit.
Keenan Bush is heading out for Concordia. He was bent down, squatted down there.
Is that who that was over on the other end?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a hand or if he was just, he's saying he's okay, just tired, I guess.
5:20 to go in this one. Lakeland up by 5. Goodrich. Lob from TJ to Ematz, and he gets it knocked away, but Bondars comes away with it.
Oh, my.
Shot from the baseline. Noel gets his rebound, takes it back in, can't get the roll. Loose ball, and away with it comes Chad Wissy.
Bondars screaming all the way up the court. He's got himself a right to be screaming. He was grabbed here right in front of us.
Yeah, literally grabbed. Loose ball on the floor, and the Falcons come away with it. Oh, Toth on the spin move. No. Rebounded by Koshin that time. Oh, Brad. Oh, thought about taking the open lane, but we're going to get a whistle, and Lakeland wants timeout. We'll step out. Muskies up by 5. Did he? We're back. 4:35 to go. And Lakeland up by 5, 45-40. It was tied at halftime at 21. And now the Muskies with a chance to go up with the game's biggest margin, but Ematz gets it blocked. And loose ball battle for, and Concordia has it.
Well, Concordia really sagging down on Kotlops now.
Ematz, a lot of his points coming from being wide open underneath.
Oh, you gotta be
Toth
kidding
gets
me.
away with a travel that time.
My goodness.
Toth against TJ. Turnaround jumper is good. It's 45-42 Lakeland. Well, Jason Goodrich working against Erdman. Bondars fakes the shot from the baseline, takes it. Emots on the rebound. Back out, Bondars for three.
Oh, goodness.
Martin's shot bounces over the backboard, and Bondars gets hammered, and he's still on the floor.
Falcons, 20 seconds.
And we're going to get a 20-second timeout by Concordia, I believe, and to the chagrin of Coach Miller, Bondar's asking for a whistle.
Well, he's got a right. He's got a flat-out right. I mean, right
over here in the
front
corner.
of us. The shot goes up. Looking at the referee, his eyes are on the ball all the way. He's watching it through there, and Toth went out and just flat-out leveled Bondars.
So
Hey, Martins has been hammered here in the second half, down in front of us with an awful lot of these. And this guy just hasn't blown a whistle at all. I don't believe he even saw the ball go over the backboard.
Bode Veliscus inbounds for Concordia. Concordia with a chance to cut the lead to 2 or perhaps tie here. I should say cut the lead down to 1 with a 2. Toth kicks out. Wissy will take the 3. No. Rebound. Kotlops swinging the elbows as he comes down with it. Baxter. Jason Goodrich gets it knocked away by Bode Veliscus. And the big guy is going to dribble the length of the floor and roll it in. Bode Veliscus 45-44. It's a 1-point game here. Baxter against Ricks. Pulls out, trying to get it to Kotlops. Nothing there. Kotlops and Bode Veliscus battling underneath. Jason against Wissy. Now back to Koshin. Baxter for 3 from the top, off the rim, rebounded. Toth, and the Falcons have a chance to regain the lead here.
Lakeland had momentum at
Oh, and the shot for 3 by Erdman puts them up by a bucket.
They had the momentum, they had everything in their way with a 5-point lead, and they put it in neutral again. And now suddenly it's a 2-point lead going the other way. They didn't even get back on defense.
47-45. Goodrich changed his shot at the last minute, and they turn it over. Erdman comes away with it. The Falcons with a 2-point lead, and the game clock shows 1:52 to go.
Well, they're back down at nail-biter time. I thought it was going to be something that I thought Lakeland was going to have this one pushed open there.
We're back. We talked about this at about the 14-minute mark, when all of a sudden you look up and you see yourself trailing at the end of the ball game.
Clock back down under 10 again.
Yep.
This has been Concordia's tempo all game long.
Wissy on the spin move, and a whistle right before he dished it off. Coach Miller wants timeout. It's 1:28 remaining in this one. 47-45, back after this. Well, back we are as there you see some of the crowd here at the Todd Ware Center, gathering to see a doubleheader today as Lakeland playing host to the Falcons of Concordia. The girls getting ready, as some of them were out a few minutes ago stretching. They will take to the floor as soon as the guys are done. In this one, it's a 47-45 2-point lead for Concordia, and we are down to 1 minute and 28 to go in the ball game. Concordia they'll have Wissy at the free throw line here.
Going to have him shoot 2, a chance to be up by 4 with 1 minute and 28. You got to figure Lakeland's going to have at least 2 more shots.
Because you know when Concordia gets it, they're going to hang on to it as long as they can. So we need the defense for the Muskies to step up now, as Wissy does make both of them and gives them a 4-point lead at 49-45. Koshin with it for the Muskies. Koshin against Wissy. Bondars. They're trying to get Emots down low, and they do, and he finishes for 2. And Miller wants timeout.
He'll take the timeout. He'll put Tennyson back in the ball game. Gave him a little breather on the offensive end. Puts him back in now. You'll see Lakeland probably come out and come away with some pressure.
Yeah.
And
force the action in the backcourt.
Well, primarily what they want to do, they want to get Concordia up floor and try to get Concordia to get a shot off, at very least, to get the shot off and get it off a little bit sooner than usual. And not be running the clock down the way they have been.
And a lot
that way, right now you're at a point where you have to conserve clock as well as play the tough defense.
And a lot of times we've seen Lakeland's pressure defense has resulted in Concordia turnovers. So with 1:11 to go, it is in the hands of the defense as Concordia doing a nice job of sneaking, I guess, for lack of a better term, a 2-point lead out of this one this late in the game.
No, this has been a fantastic job by Concordia to control the tempo and turn this game into a very short game. And in that case, one in which they can steal away the win.
And the full court defense being set up now, as we expected by the Muskies. Wissy against Koshin.
Need to find a trap someplace that came it straight out.
And Koshin fouls Chad just as he gets it across half court. So again, Wissy will go to the line. Koshin's 3rd foul of the day. No, he won't go to the line.
They got another foul to give.
Okay.
The bonus.
Bodovliskas has it, and now Wissy for the Falcons.
I'm not sure I understand that, though. Why not take them out of there? You get across half court, you foul, they go into their half court offense.
Yeah. Shot clock,
of which you've not been able to take it away from at that point.
Shot clock is down to 15. The game clock down to 41. So there's about a 17-second difference here, and loose ball. And finally we get a whistle, and Lakeland comes away with it.
That'll only be the it's only going to be the 5th team foul.
Yep, 15 foul.
Shot clock and the game clock are exactly the same there.
Yep.
So
30 seconds to go in the ball game. It's a 49-47 2-point lead for Concordia. Lakeland with it. Bondars, Goodrich fakes the shot, now drives the lane and can't get the roll but a whistle. Jason driving, drawing the penetration.
Ball on the Falcons, number 12, Scott Erdman, his first, team 6.
So with 18 seconds to go in this one, Jason Goodrich goes to the line. Jason will get 2 and timeout call. 18 seconds to go in this one, 49-47. Back with the finish after this. And we are back. Trying to get the wave going here. And that wave was indicative of how the game went. A very lethargic wave by part of the fans. Good crowd out for this afternoon's ball games as
all right, it's getting into it.
Yeah. Sheboygan Mayor Richard Schneider taking in today's game also. He stopped over before the game started and had a small chat with us.
Well, first thing off here, 2 big free throws, and
Yep.
that's going to really
Got to nail these.
depend on that point as to what you're going to do here.
Oh, we were talking at the break, 18 seconds awful lot of time for Concordia to come down and get a shot off.
You know, like to try to rush them through their setup there and try to keep it down. All right, tie ball game.
Jason makes both of them, so here we go.
Pick them up at half court. No, we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout by Concordia this time, and we're knotted at 49 with 15 seconds to go, and we'll be back. Things are coming to life here at the Todd Ware Center as we are knotted at 49 with 15 seconds to go in this one, and Concordia with the basketball.
Well, obviously, if you're Concordia, first thought is Jason Toth. You're going to have to play him. TJ Tennyson been on him all day long. Toth so far, 14 points, about 3 below his average. Toth will inbound it, so Lakeland now going to press in the backcourt.
And the press,
did I tell you, there would be at least another timeout.
And there is because of the pressure, so they could not inbound the ball. TJ and the rest of the gang doing a nice job on defense. And with 49 seconds to go in this one, and only 15, I should say 49 to score with only 15 seconds to go. Again, stay tuned because the girls are getting ready to take to the floor as they will bring you the second half of doubleheader day here on TV8.
Provided we're done with this one in regulation.
Right.
They'll still take the floor afterwards.
It's just a matter of when.
You can't stop them.
Nope. So, there's Toth inbounds, and they get it to Keenan Bush now. And Concordia has it across half court, down to 8 seconds in the ball game.
They're trying to set Toth up down as low as possible.
Whiskey on the baseline, blocked from behind, loose ball, timeout as Emotz grabs it. What are we going to get?
I think we got a timeout, and they're looking to have 2 seconds left on it.
Okay. And a nice job of defense that time by Goodrich from behind on Wissy. As Wissy on the drive on the baseline, and Goodrich with the defense from behind knocked it away. 1 second remains in this one, so
it's overtime or a Lakeland win right now. And obviously, you got to be looking long down to Kotloff's, or you're looking at a very long desperation, in which case you'll hear us say, "Oh," very loudly. Already got ours figured out.
Yeah. We got the easy part. We can just watch.
I tried to get another second put back on the clock to give them a little bit extra time there, but there was not to be. So you got a time for a pass and shot, and you may not even have time for the shot.
So on the other end of the floor, all by himself, is Pat Baxter.
They're going to go for the long shot, three-pointer.
And Goodrich can't handle the pass. The buzzer sounds, and we go to overtime. After regulation, it's 49-49. Back with the extra period after this. Well, back we are as we are getting set for an extra 5 minutes here at the Todd Ware Center. Just as we were at halftime, we were tied at 21, and at the end of the second half, we're tied at 49.
Yeah, we were tied at the beginning of this game too, Al.
Yeah, and many more times in between there too.
Just trying to see if catch you off guard.
You almost did. Almost.
Well, for Lakeland, it's actually somewhat of a breather for them. They get a break get into overtime here.
They dodged the bullet that time in regulation, as late in the game they find themselves down by 4, thanks to the free throw shooting of Jason Goodrich. He kept him in this one. Bondars and Boldvliskus getting set to do battle at center court. According to the way they're standing, they're a little off center court. And the ball in the air, and Lakeland, as they did in the opening tip, get possession. So the Muskies on offense here in overtime in game 1 of 2 from the Todd Ware Center. TJ on the drive, blocked from behind and knocked out of bounds. Time he was a little too far underneath the bucket.
Yeah, he caught himself boxed in down there underneath the bucket. Couldn't find Goodrich in the corner. Looked that way first and then decided he had to do the best he could to get it up on the board.
Goodrich takes the inbound pass right in front of Coach Miller in the corner. TJ out on top. Shot clock is down to 10 for the Muskies. Koshin with it. With it on the wing right in front of us. Guarded against Keenan. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Koshin's going to drive, put it up high off the glass. No. Rebounded by Keenan. Keenan Bush grabs it for the Falcons. Skip pass over to Toth. Now Bode Veliscus.
Lakeland going to scurry around to try to catch up with their defense here. And pretty much Concordia going to let them do that, too.
So the Muskies let the shot clock run all the way down and came away empty. Bode Veliscus turning against Kotlops, gets his rebound and puts it back in.
Well, we told you the story of the offensive rebounds at halftime. Not exactly sure what happened in the second half with it, but once again there, the offensive rebound.
Bondars drives, lays it up and in to tie it at 51.
For Bondars, just his 8th point on the day.
3:25 to go here in overtime. 51-51, the Falcons with it. Concordia, as we mentioned, 5-5 in conference play. Would love nothing better than to steal one here at Lakeland. They're only 7-13 on the season overall, so this would be a big feather in the hat of the Falcons. Shot clock again, down to 3. Spin move by Wissy, shot no good. Loose ball, battle for, and it'll belong to the Muskies. Not a real good shot that time by Chad as the shot clock down to 3.
No, all day it seems as though Concordia's offense has done nothing more than to run the clock down.
Yeah, and then when they get it down, they a lot of times find themselves stuck in no man's land.
Then they start playing one-on-one or one pass and shoot.
Lakeland with a chance to go ahead here. Oh, entry pass is blocked by Ricks and loose ball, and Toth comes away with it. Ricks on the good defensive effort that time for the Falcons. 2.5 to go. Shot by Toth, in and out. Rebounded by Wissy for the Falcons. Keenan Bush. Again, he won't be in any hurry to get anything started out. Trying to drive the lane, and TJ got it knocked away, but Wissy came away with it.
Now, how many times have you seen the ball get knocked away, but right to somebody else on Concordia? Loose balls have gone Concordia's way for the most part today.
Shot by Toth, can't get it, but rebounded. Coming out of there with it was Lakeland, but a whistle and a foul.
I can't see a foul somewhere along the line here.
Okay, that was Koshin on the rebound. I couldn't quite see him. He got lost in the shuffle there, but
well, part of what Concordia wanted to do to keep Lakeland's tempo off is to bother them after the rebounds, but it's getting to be a little bit too far now, and that, you know, standing there to slow them down, you're grabbing them from behind, and you're still not getting a foul call.
So Koshin walks it back this way, and he'll go to the line. Both teams have made a bucket in the extra frame here. Under 2, we're down to 154. And Koshin puts the Muskies back up by a point. Makes them both. Coach Miller yelling no fouls here for the Muskies. Lakeland up by 2.
Okay, you need a big defensive stand right here. Come away with no points, and then you're in the driver's seat.
Yep. Lakeland bench on its feet. Oh, shot by Keenan Bush, open for 3. It rolls around the rim, and loose ball pulled out of there by Toth. Toth pull up baseline jumper off the rim, no good, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Martins Bondars, and Toth will get 2 at the line.
Same exact thing happened right in front of us. Bondar's going out
10
late.
minutes ago.
Going out late, got a piece of Toth. This time the official saw it.
And isn't that how it always happens?
Well, if anything goes for this, Toth has only been 50% from the line on the day.
Was 50% on the day. Needs this one to tie it back up. And he does at 53. A minute 29 to go. Koshin with it for the Muskies. All tied up as we have been for most of the ball game. Lead flip-flopped a few times during the second half. Jason Goodrich pull up from the jump shot from the free throw line and he missed it. The Falcons now with it, and the Muskies got to play defense now. Under a minute now in the ball game. Oh, my goodness! TJ on the steal, lays it up and in, and there he is. Mr. Defense for the Muskies comes through in the clutch. Timeout Concordia. 52 seconds to go in the ball game, and TJ has put Lakeland up by 2. And Mr. Defense does it again for Lakeland as TJ.
You know, you can't come out here and do a Lakeland game without talking about Tennyson's hustle.
Yep.
And his 100% output during a game every time, every game.
Right.
And today he's been quiet, other than a three-pointer, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is. He puts Lakeland back up with under a minute to go. They're back in the driver's seat when it was looking a little bit bleak right there. He hung with Toth all day long, and then suddenly stepped right in front of one of their passes.
And he's been doing a nice job on Toth all day. And the funny thing about that steal was he left everybody on the other side of the half-court line once he put it in. So we're down to 45 seconds in the ball game. The Muskies up by 2. Bounce pass down low to Ricks. Ricks has it, and no 3-second call shot, no. Loose ball, who's got it? TJ going after it, belong to Lakeland.
Had to believe he was going to have his head in there somewhere. They got the ball down to Ricks because that's been the way they've gone when they can't get the Toth. Toth has been able to shoot it from the outside, otherwise they've been able to work it down to Ricks on the inside. And this time, though, Ricks got himself up against the baseline, pretty much right where Baxter's standing there. Nowhere to go. Had to put up a tough shot. And then Tennyson on the rebounding.
30 seconds to go in this one. Goodrich with it. They got TJ wide open. And a whistle and a foul. And the only problem with it was Jason couldn't quite see him.
No, Erdman will get the foul, and they'll take that. Goodrich will go back to the line.
So Jason at the line. Goodrich makes it a 3-point lead. Big free throw here now for Jason. As a 4-point lead would make it a 2-possession ball game here, and Concordia not able to get the ball down quickly and shoot the whole game. So be interesting to see how they respond, and Jason does make it.
Four very big free throws from him in this game.
Oh, one-handed, way off the market. TJ on the rebound. And he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. The last 2 times that Concordia has went down and missed, TJ has been underneath the boards for Lakeland.
And Brian Miller will now put the coat back on. He's had that coat off since the 14.5-minute mark.
And he knew he was in for a dogfight here. He didn't really want one because you guys talking in the open, he didn't want a dogfight, but that's what he had. TJ makes it a 5-point lead. Makes them both. So the big steal when it was tied at 53. And shot from way outside, and TJ again on the rebound. And he gets fouled again. So the Muskies, after it was tied at 53, have run off 6 unanswered points and with a chance to make it 7. Bondars is still talking to the referee down here.
Well, he'll want to call no matter what. I was watching Tennyson and Bodlaviskas coming on down here. And there is something just about the demeanor of Tennyson on the floor. He is out there giving it everything. You would think that this guy wouldn't be able to crack a smile if he took a chisel to him. And yet he's out there laughing and joking on the way down.
And it's been a pleasure watching TJ playing here for the Muskies. Of course, it's senior day, and it's there, and he gets a big hug and a big round of applause, does TJ Tennyson, as he goes to the bench.
Finished with 9 points on the day.
And 2 of those very big ones in the clutch and overtime out on the steal. Shot from the baseline is good, and the inbound, the horn, it is final in overtime. The Lakeland Muskies come away with a 60-55 win. We'll step out and come back and wrap things up right after this.
Music.
And welcome back to Lakeland College as the Muskies come away with a 60-55 overtime win. And this thing was a nail-biter late in overtime, as with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the game, it was knotted at 53, and Concordia had possession of the basketball when the defensive, I guess you could call him, specialist of the Muskies came through as TJ Tennyson picked the pocket of the Falcons, came away with a steal and a fast break layup to break the 53-53 tie, and then it was a shootout from the free throw line the rest of the way, and 4 big free throws late in the game by Jason Goodrich, a couple by TJ Tennyson, nailed down a 60-55 win. And Jeff, what do you got for points there?
Well, let's start with Lakeland finishing off the game. The lead scorer for them will be Emons Kotlops. He'll finish with 15 points. Following him was TJ Tennyson. Tennyson coming in with 9 points, mostly from the free throw line near the end of the game, and again with the defensive play that you talked about. 8 points each for Jason Goodrich and Martins Bondars. 7 points for Pat Baxter. 4 points for Brad Koshin. 2 points for Jesse Edwards to give the Lakeland Muskies their 60. For Concordia, they were led with 16 points by Jason Toth, and following him with 11 points was Mark Hayner. Keenan Bush added 9, 8 points for Anthony Ricks, 4 points for Martus Bodvaleskis, 3 points for Scott Erdman, and 2 each for Chad Wissey and Jason Dankenbring. So it was a nip and tuck game, not exactly what we expected at all from Lakeland and Concordia out of this, but tempo-wise, you still got to give credit to Concordia. Their tempo just took this game and shortened it up.
And they almost stole one here at home. Again, a final in overtime, 60-55, and Jeff is getting ready to have a few words with Coach Brian Miller, and I believe he's got Matt Janish on the floor also. And tell you what we'll do. We will swing it down to my partner, Jeff Thorne, as he has Coach Miller and Matt Janish down on the floor. Jeff, take it away.
Thank you, Al. Brian, tempo-wise, this one was all Concordia. You guys managed to sneak one out, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was like pulling teeth. The thing had to be the ugliest thing to watch, and they had to do that. Their depth was down, and, and they weren't playing well, and they had to slow the game down to win it. They really slowed down the tempo on offense, and then we just kept giving up offensive rebounds, and then that fed into it, and we lost our energy. But I'll tell you, Matt Janish sparked us right there. Matt came off the bench. He made the key baskets to give us the run that kept us in it in regulation. And, of course, TJ made the big play down the stretch there, the big steal to seal the game. And no better way to finish it. TJ, the all-time career steal leader at Lakeland. No better way for him to finish his career here at home than with a steal to seal the game and a couple of free throws to follow. I just, these guys just did the job. They were just phenomenal.
All right, let's get these guys both into here, Matt. Middle of the second half, things were looking kind of like paint drying out there, and you came back in and sparked Lakeland on the run. What happened out that way?
I don't know, it's kind of frustrated, you know, you sit there and you wait for your chance, and me and Jesse Edwards were talking, he's like, when you get out there, you got to spark the team. I just go out and play hard, and sometimes the ball bounces your way, and sometimes it doesn't, and today it just bounced my way, and, you know, you got to thank God for that, but, you know, we got a lot of heart on this team, a lot of senior pride, and even, I mean, not to take anything away from Jesse and Jason and Garrett and Derek, but, you know, this was a total team effort this win, and I'm really proud of our team, the way we battled like this. It was great.
What is the feeling as you're sitting over there, because you've got a lot more minutes on the bench than you do on the floor, and you see the pace of the game and everything that's going on? What's going through your head over there?
You're frustrated. It's just, you know, you see guys and we start making mistakes, and you're like, you just want a chance just to show what you can do out there. You want, because you know you can help the team, and you want to. So when he calls your name, you just got to make the most of it, and that's what, you know, being a backup to Emons for my whole career here. That's pretty much what I've learned that I had to do, and I've done it. I think I've done it well, and today it was just one of them days I did it well.
Okay, and then TJ, hey, this is becoming a little bit of a habit talking with you here. Kind of apropos, it was a defensive game all the way through. You guys had to play defense almost 35 seconds every time down the floor, sometimes even more. And yet you came up at the end with the big steal and the big and the big basket in the overtime.
Yeah, they're sending a lot of screens for Toth, and we had to rely on our centers here to fake show a lot. But yeah, we had to defend for 35 seconds basically the whole time, and what hurt us a lot was we didn't rebound well at all. I wouldn't be surprised if we got out-rebounded by 30. So we just didn't play good defense at all today.
Now, I noticed you kind of took that into your own hands near the end there. You were down underneath the boards getting the last 3 rebounds of the game, too.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just luck, though, you know, the way the ball bounces. What Matt said, you know, it could have gone to anybody else, too. Or, you know, they could have got them and had second chances, but they came up short and it fell into my hands.
All right, we're talking with Matt about how it feels when he's got a lot of time on the bench. How was it out on the floor? Do you want to try to do something a little different, or do you try to stay within the game that you're playing to maybe crack away from their ball?
Well, it was frustrating out there because our shots weren't falling, and they were getting all the rebounds and loose balls. But no, we just had to stick with our game plan, and we knew that it would work if we just stuck with it.
Okay, congratulations, you guys. Big showdown on Wednesday night. Good luck to you, and bring home a conference champ.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Al, wrap it up. Back to you.
All right, just for numbers' sake, TJ was right. They did get out rebounded 38 to 26, so a 12 rebound edge. Again, our final score in overtime was 60 to 55. What we're going to do is we're going to step out, and girls are warming up. They'll have game 2 of doubleheader basketball here on TV8 Sports. Your director for the first game was Kerry Kautzer. He did a nice job, and Brian Andrews and Jason Wagner did the camera for you. Today's first game on TV8 brought to you by Piggly Wiggly Supermarkets and also by your local, I should say, Quashis Equipment Center. So, stay put because the girls are taking court next, and we'll take a break, come back, and we'll have Jeff and Coach April Arvin discussing things in just a few.